Hello everyone. So I'm ready to stream again. Welcome. And I had some connectivity issues, that's why you may receive a notification, but the previous attempt wasn't successful. Right now it should be okay. I still have some dropped frames as I seen in the OBS, but it should not be too bad. So what I plan to continue doing today is to play Amerzone. Last time we did a first part of the first part, because normally this is a game which consists of the 3 parts, which was released on iOS, I believe in 2010 or 2011. And for those who are just joining first time, this is how it looks like. Here I'm running the iPad version, and yeah, this is the main screen of this game. I want to run it in full screen actually, so it will be a bit more pleasant to watch. So I just need to specify full screen and it should be okay. Well, actually it is not. Let me see. For some reason it's launching full screen, not on my screen from which I am streaming. So I think we can stick to the, well, to this one. Okay. And yeah. I think I'm gonna minimize this window and just use this one. Okay, so I think where we left, it was about finding some kind of egg, and I think I should go back and explore the part about the elevator. Okay. So I think I remember I have seen something strange in the elevator itself. Yeah, so we have this part that is not really interactable. Let me go and explore a little bit. Okay, so we have something here. We have bar. And I think I can use that bar. Yeah, nice. So what happened? Okay. And so we stopped, I guess, somewhere between the floors. And here I think I can just use hammer. Yeah. And so we're back in some kind of tunnel. Okay, let me see. Okay, we have an egg, and now we need to move it somehow to our airplane, I guess. Wow, I think yeah, hello, welcome to the stream. So right now I'm testing the Amerzone. It is a game by Benoit Sokol, which was released, I guess originally it was released for PC in late 90s, beginning of 2000, and when it was ported by Microids to iOS, and I think it was released in 3 parts. So this is the first part, and I think I should say once again it's just about 2 or 3 commits away from the being supported on the trunk, but I wanted to test it like end to end, so I'm sure that there is no like apparent bugs, at least on macOS. How is internal resolution so large? So the thing is that this is a universal application. Like right now I'm running the iPad version, but I can run an iOS version as well. And this is was introduced relatively recently, like just few days ago. Last week we gained iPad support, and so here when I'm launching the game I can specify the device family. So here this is a universal app, and I can launch it as iPad one, but I can also launch it as iPhone one. So if I write device family iPhone, it will be launched as iPhone application. And I think I prefer iPad one, and this is why it looks like this. Unfortunately, for some reason, I'm not able to launch it full screen anymore. Well, I have 2 screens, and right now it's launching full screen on another one where I have ABS Studio. So for now, we will stick just to this one. Yeah, exactly, this is a playthrough. Okay, let me see. Yeah, well, contributions are always welcome, and I'm also pretty excited about the universal app, though it's becoming a little bit tricky because by default we just use iPhone as the device family unless users specified the override. Yeah, thanks. Okay, so I think we launched an egg, and I hope now I can just use this airplane or whatever it's called. Yeah, so I need to remove this part. And now I don't remember what was. So this is -2, yeah, and we should have an egg somewhere. Yeah, well, we always have a lot of GitHub issues, so I think it will be as usual, business as usual. Okay, so we have this egg, and now I think we need to place it somehow on the on the aircraft. Okay, well, let me see. So we have this. I remember there was stairs, yeah, here. And now we can do something. So another thing particular to this game, in this game the audio video does work, but this is a quirk or particularity of this game. Okay, so I believe the egg was mounted. Now we can hopefully go back. So I'm going back to aircraft and it still does not allow me. So I think I need to select this diskette. Egg oak, fuel oak, from cup. Enter the coordinates. The hell, I know the coordinates. So let me see. I don't remember. There is a lot of like letters in this game, and I am not the person who likes to read a lot of text out loud, but we can see. This is a letter, whatever, another letter. The egg is still alive. Okay, so let me see here. Yeah, well, I think this is like, for those who don't know, this is a Benoit Sokal game, like think Siberia, and yeah, I think I hope I can do it all by myself, but in the sake of just testing the game, at some point I may just read the guide. So yeah. Okay, so I don't see any coordinates so far. Yeah, well, I think in the year, if in the 90s you did not have access to all of the walkthrough and playthrough what is available on the internet, so you just struggled and need to read and reread again everything what you have in the game itself. But yeah, nowadays I guess this is a less fun to play. Okay, I think I have seen something wrong cut. Enter the coordinates, and we have like 3 digits what we need to figure out. Thank you. Thanks for joining stream. And let me see. I think I have seen something here, because if I go outside, like completely outside of this building, there was one part. Yeah, there was one part which had, I believe, some connection to the coordinates. I just noticed in my trunk builds of touchHLE are broken. Gotta fix it tomorrow. Well, I guess it depends on the errors what you have. I will suggest to try, if you're building locally, to try first cargo clean and rebuild again. So hopefully we should help. So coordinates, we have a computer here but nothing to interact. Okay, let's see. Well, here I'm just going back, but I want to go outside. Yeah. Yeah, for me, the cargo clean usually cleans like 20 to 30 gigabytes. And this is because I usually have like two debug and release builds of macOS and debug and release builds of Android. Oh yeah, Android is just a hell to build. Okay, so let me see. So we had this device and basically it shows to you some birds, and apparently those birds are supposed to live in the direction of this island like Amerzone. And I'm not really sure what was the angle, what was the correct one. Like it's 90, so 0 is here and you have 90, so assuming here it's like 45, and then you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh man, I don't really want to calculate this angle. Let me see again. So I go here and I go yeah, I have no idea what is the correct one. Yeah, so if you have any suggestion in the chat, just post it. Yeah, I don't mind back sitting in those games. But in any case, let me try again. So we go here and we're kind of living in on this part. So the tree. Yeah, I don't know. I think the birds are living in that direction. I just don't want to compute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So presumably this is like 4, each is 4.5 degrees, and 1, 2, 3, so around 105 or something like this. Okay. Well, I think in the worst case I will just try brute force everything. Okay, let me see. So I want just to go back and try to enter some coordinates. Okay, we are back. Egg, oak, fuel, oak, wrong cup. 105 wrong cup. Okay, 090. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. It's gonna be a long stream here. Okay. Well, yeah, it should work. The question is, what is about the internal resolution hack? I think I can show it even here. So presumably game is after saving, and let me see. So I can specify something like scale hack equal to, and I'm in the device family iPad, and the thing is what it's too big for my screen. Like you see, it's not even fitting correctly. I can probably launch this iPhone. Yeah, well, the scale hack is still here and it's pretty much useful, but it doesn't work with all of the games. With this one, it seems to work. Yeah. But I think, I don't know, maybe if I use free as the, yeah. I think we can play a little bit in this one. It's a bit more stretched, but I think it covers a bit more of the screen. Okay, where I was trying to brute force all of the angles. Okay, so you see the because this is an iPhone, it's showing a little bit different layout. Like on iPad, you don't have this. Okay, so where I was trying to brute force all of the different angles. Last time I tried, there was an issue with Super Monkey Ball. Yeah, so it really depends on the game, and sometimes it does not work. But yeah, this is why it's called hack. So sometimes it does work, sometimes it does not. Okay, let's see. From cap. I'm not even sure what it does mean by cap. So let me see. In the future, will the quick options be assigned to the last selected option? I think it's possible to make it persistent, but it's not really a priority, and I'm not sure how to do it in the clean way. So basically, one idea will be to reuse the NS user defaults, but it kind of requires an app bundle. We may try to supply a fake one as I don't know, something like 0000 for the app bundle, and then reuse it, but I don't know. So for the moment, quick options are just meant to be quick options, no persistency. In the future, we may change that. Okay, well, I think I will gonna try to brute force a bit more, but if not, I'm gonna back to search for the clues, because it's not gonna be that entertaining to just watching me trying to brute force it. Let's see if we have something in the documents. Okay, so yeah, I guess this is the part of the puzzle. It's 140 plus 5, so 145. Let me try that. Yay! Choose mode: boat mode, grapple mode, helicopter mode, submarine mode, sailboat mode, plane mode. Do you know if 6 guns works on touchHLE? I don't think so. But if you want to check for yourself, we have a lovely site called UpDB, and where you can see what works and what does not work. Well, everything is not available here. Okay, let's go to Amerzone. And I think this is actually the end of the part 1. Like literally this is just yeah. It's it was funny. And yeah, the IPA for this game is really big. It's like 700 megabytes or something like this. So yeah, I really enjoyed Hero of Sparta 2 and Devil May Cry 4. Yeah, it was yeah, it was really a short experience, and I'm glad it was working. So I guess that's it. Yeah, so let me test a little bit more if yeah, I don't know, if I click on continue game, what happens? Yeah, it just goes to the last screen. Okay, saves seems to load. Well, I guess we have two news. Good news, this is a 5 stars playable game. Bad news, the content is really for, I don't know, 20 to 40 minutes. Like, well, maybe a few hours. I guess I need to figure out how to, if I have everything to test part 2 and part 3, but this is maybe for another stream. I guess for the rest we can try to actually do some kind of coding. Yeah, I think I will try to see if I can make it playable for the trunk as well. So I guess if it's interesting for you, stick around. I maybe have a little bit more energy to actually code. So let me keep an eye on the chat. Yeah, another 5-star making 5-star game. Yeah, it's amazing. So let me increase a little bit the font. I don't remember how to do it in Rust Rover. Increase the font size. Yeah, I think it should be pretty readable. Let me know if it's not. So I guess what I usually like to do is to stash everything what I have right now and just to try run the game again and see where it crashes. So we need to rebuild everything, but this is okay. Wow. Okay, So this is not visible here, but this is crashing with lstat. And this is kind of funny function, because if I do man lstat, and for those who don't know, man is the man pages, basically the old-fashioned documentation of the system calls, system calls, system functions, and we already have some implementation for this family of functions. So if I search for stat, you can see what we already have, some stuff what is implemented. So in particular, stat have an incomplete implementation, but it's still kind of working. Like, it's not fully like 100% implemented. Like, not everything is implemented or supported, but this is good enough for our purposes. So now the thing is, what lstat is a different function, and if we read the documentation, it basically says what lstat is like stat, but the difference is the symbolic links. And lstat return information about the link, while stat returns the information about the file, the link references. So the thing is, what touchHLE right now does not support the symbolic links at all. Like, we does not have this concept, and we don't really distinguish between like the file itself as the link, or you should follow the link to get the file itself. So what I'm thinking to do is to just let me see, where was my stash? So I already had, basically lstat is implemented as a wrapper. So lstat calls stat, and this is it. But we would like to have some kind of explanatory message about this. So something like, let's say, warning, lstat is implemented as stat, and we should say something like symbolic links are unsupported. So lovely message, and I think we can use, let's see, I don't know how spammy this one. So if I just relaunch it, we will see we have this call like printed many times or just few times. And always you need to rebuild, so it's taking time, etc, etc. So right now we do have another crash, which is okay, but just to see, it's becoming really spammy. So what I think I will do, I will just use another macro called log_once, and it will just print the log once. Let me see again. So let's clean this. Let's remove the scale hack because it's not really needed. I can also remove this override because we use iPhone by default. and we're always waiting for compilation. And now it will be printed only once. While stat is implemented at start, symbolic links are unsupported for now. This log will only be shown once. Yep, so I think it's good enough, and I think we can commit this one. So obligatory is to run the formatter and linter. Which will check linting, and Clippy will check every some warnings and usual mistakes. It seems to be okay. So we can say something like implement else stat has wrapper around stat. Yeah, I think it's good enough. So it's committed locally. I have not yet pushed it, but let's see. So what is next? Don't hesitate to ask any questions about touchHLE or about me. I will try to answer them. Okay, so pthread attributes sets scheduled policy. Okay, this one is... I don't think I can find it into the man pages of my Linux machine, so I need to check some external documentation. Well, what you made up the Discord server, did you get moderators? Well, so for now there is only two moderators like me and Hikari, and basically I think the thing is what originally touchHLE was having a really closed model to managing community in some sense, because originally the Discord was read only and we had a hidden channel among the developers. We still have this channel, but now we also have a general one, and over time the community has grown, and there is a lot of people, well, considerable amount of people who had an interest in touchHLE, in the preservation of the old games and iOS in general. And because we did not provide this opportunity to speak with us in the Discord server, the people started to create some groups on the Facebook, on the Telegram, and there was a lot of misinformation and there is a lot of speculation, and we did not really like that. And I think this is one of the main motivation why we decided to open Discord publicly. But the main downside, what we have a strict rules and we need to maintain them, and usually people when they join our Discord server they did not read the rules, and it creates some frictions, it creates some misunderstanding, but I think it's working fine so far. Have you seen headhunters spam your email with junk offers yet? Well, I guess I'm using Gmail and the spam filters are pretty good. I think over, like, I don't know, 3 years of my involvement with touchHLE, I maybe received 1 or 2 mails with regards to my experience with Rust, and where the people was proposing some kind of open position, and it didn't really work out, but yeah, I don't think I get spammed, but sometimes some people are reaching out. How does it feel to preserve old games? Well, it's incredible. I guess for me, one of the reasons why I continue to contribute to touchHLE, because when you work on the new game and when the game is finally starting to work, it's one of the most incredible feeling what you can have. I had so much, I guess, dopamine release, what it's this is why I continue to do it. Yeah. Do you feel burden of entitled people asking demand for fixes? Yeah, so I think at one side I do understand when people are asking for the game to work, because if I was in their position I will do the same, but then it depends what people do when they receive the rejection. So basically by default we are not accepting any requests because this is not manageable, and all of the people are volunteers who like to contribute to the projects on their own. And when it depends if the person can continue to insist, well, we are basically banning them. But some people accept this situation, and then they just wait, and sometimes their game started to work as byproduct of the amount of contribution and amount of the code that was pushed to the touchHLE. It's incredible what you are fixing the preserving all iOS game. I never thought Android could run iOS. Yeah, I thought as well. Cool to see you live. Thanks for making DMC refrain playable. Well, just to keep everyone clear, the DMC refrain was made compatible with touchHLE by Hikari. So there was one of the last bugs related to affine transformations and rotations in touchHLE, and it was fixed by Hikari, and she basically claims the reward, let's say here. I've taken a very strict policy personally for everything. Too many entitled people, too little developers. Many asking because a lot of emulator devs get burned out. Yeah, well, I guess if you're really curious of what is going on in the emulation world, just go to the Reddit and read emulation on Android. Like the amount of entitled people who use Android and crave for emulation are incredible. Like this is, yeah. You guys spend your free time developing the emulator, yeah. There's no urgency to fixing any games in particular. I guess, yeah. I think it really depends how you look at this, because for some games we continue to kind of lose them. So for example, last example what I heard about is Real Racing 2, and this game was basically delisted from everywhere. So this is one of the example of the fact that we continue to lose the stuff on iOS. So hopefully in the future maybe we can support this game, but we will see. Okay, so back to the development. pthread attribute set scheduled policy. Sorry for the bright screen. Function set the scheduling policy attribute of the thread attributes object referred to by author to the value specified in policy. This attribute determines the scheduling policy of a thread created using the thread attributes object author. The support values of the policy are scat FIFO, scat RR, and scat AVA with the semantics described in scat. So the thing is what right now in touchHLE the scheduling are really basic. So if I have a look at the environment, we have a part which selects which thread we are running next, and I do believe that this is implemented as a simple round robin with all of the priority being equal. So we don't have a notion of priority yet among the threads, and I don't really think we should implement the one yet. Like as we have seen past two streams, this game is really working well, even if you ignore the priority schedule. Let me see. So the method is called runInner, and we iterate over the threads to find the next thread to execute. And when we found a thread, we switch to it immediately, and what we do here, we break. Okay. What else? So yeah, so we have an arbitrary amount of ticks what dynamic are going to run for each thread. Yeah, so for those who don't know, we use dynamic as our engine for emulation of execution of the IRM code, and when we need to run the code from the application binary itself, this code is run in dynamic, and we have a concept of the ticks. So basically how long the code should run, we have a control over it by emulating the CPU, and we have 100,000 ticks as an arbitrary number. And we have everything related to well, basically the scheduling, but once again this is a round robin manner without any priority. And I do believe we already have stubs related to the policy. Yeah, so we already have some stubs related to the thread policy. So I think we will do the same for the pthread things. So once again, set scheduled policy. So I don't exactly remember what was I guess there was two functions. Yeah, I think it's set scheduled policy and set scheduled param. So for example, if I implement just for the sake of testing this as a stub, so basically I just return 0 and I do nothing with the result. Set sched. So what is sched schedule policy? Yeah, and let's see if I run the game again. So previously it was crashing on this function, and I believe it will be crashing with something still related to a pthread attribute. Well, as usual with Rust, you just wait on each compilation, no workaround for that. And indeed, as you can see, it's crashing on the set scheduled param. And I believe we should be a very similar function. So pthread attribute set scheduled param, function sets the scheduling parameter attributes of the thread attributes referred to by utter to value specified to a buffer point by the param. These attributes determine the scheduling parameter of the thread created using the thread attribute object utter. Scheduling parameters are maintained in the following structure: sched priority. Only one scheduling parameter is supported. For details of permitted ranges for scheduling priorities in each scheduling policy. So we have a policy and then we have a scheduling priority. I think I'm gonna stop this as well. Like, I'm not sure touchHLE is capable yet to do anything useful with those. So I guess the real question is just to find the correct message for the stub itself. So let's see. What we can say something like, well, let's reuse something what was already defined for the scheduling policy, just an inspiration. Okay, so what we can say? We can say to do. Well, we have some kind of after completion. Why not? Set scheduling policy attribute, and yeah, well, we can say ignore it as well, and we can do the same here. So the thing what I kinda don't really like is mutable void pointer, because it should be something else. Here it should be scheduling param, sched param, and the struct itself is defined like this. Yeah, why not? So pack thread host. So for, I believe it should be something like i32. It will be a struct, we don't need this. We should implement save read for this one, and we basically want to copy the same kind of header. Yeah, scat param. And so here what we really have is construct scat param, so it should be const pointer to the scat param. And then we can say something like well, I guess it should be param sketch param, and we can read from it, from this const pointer, and then no, not right, we should read, and then we can say something like, yeah, I don't know, maybe we can just print it like this. How are you feeling, chat? Do you have any questions? Because we are waiting for the Rust to compile. Well, I guess that's it. The game kinda loads. Let me see how much of the I don't know how spammy are the logs. Yeah, so this is the logs what we are stubbing here. So set scheduling policy, set scheduling param. Both I ignored. I don't think this is very spammy, and I think it should be alright. Maybe let's move it here. How was your stay on the island? Was it good or fun? Yeah, I think it was good. I had some great memories and some bad memories as well, but overall it was a good stay. I was actually on the island in where it was, well, I don't actually remember, but it was somewhere in the Mediterranean Sea, and I remember I was playing Super Mario Wonder and yeah, I was doing this video on my Windows laptop, which was a nightmare because that laptop was overheating each time. Okay, set stack, get stack. I think I'm gonna put all of those tabs here. Yeah, it should be fine. And I guess for those who don't know, I should also post the link to the video about that island, so people be aware about what we are talking about. So this is one of my last videos what was done like, I don't know, 2 years ago, something like this. Okay, anyway, let me see if I need to do anything else. Okay, seems nice. What else? Do I need to fix anything? Seems like not. So stubs for pthreads get policy and pthread attributes set get param. I think I should also move the definition up just before destroy it. Yeah, it should be fine. Okay, so I think I'm gonna commit this. Wait, no, I need to also include this one, so let me amend. Last comment, let me run formatter again. Hello! So currently, for those who join in the stream, I am finishing the support of the Amerzone, and for those who don't know, it is a game by Benoît Sokal, and the iOS version was released in 2011. In some sense, this is well, I don't think it was ever released on Android. Maybe it was, I don't know. And this is actually the part of the Siberia series, which is quite nice. Yeah, it was released on Android as well, but in any case, we are only wonder of the iOS version. And let me see if it still runs. So I think I'm gonna search for the scale hack free on the iPhone. And I think everything else what I had in the stash, the socket. I don't remember if the socket was needed really for this game or not. Let me see. I may just try to actually remove my save and maybe launch it again to see what is going on. So if I continue, okay, if I go into so I don't know. So what I'm going to do, I want to remove my save of this game, and so in order to remove the same, I'm just going to execute rm rf then touchHLE sandbox and the bundle ID. So now if I run it again, it should start from scratch. And you see here I have an issue because now it's crashing. And in order to understand why it's crashing, let me add Rust backtrace one. And you see, the thing is, what now it's running okay. So it's really the first launch of the application which will crash. So let me remove everything again. And if I rerun here, now I do have a crash again. So it's coming from the socket. And the thing is, what we have only partial support from the sockets, and this game should not really use any internet capabilities. So I think right now I'm gonna make a little break for 10 to 15 minutes, and then we're gonna back and I will try to finish the support of this game. See you in 10 to 15 minutes. Okay, I'm back. Well, we think what we are trying to do is to fix setSock opt, and I do really need to clean all of the saves. But if I rerun the game, right now it's crashing because it's trying to call setSock opt, and apparently it is calling it with an existing socket. So if I remove the dbg, which stands for debug, and just relaunch it again, and by the way, I think maybe for the next time I can play the part 2, so hopefully it is exactly the same game and it should already work. Like if we have a support for part 1, the part 2 should come for free, but we will see. Okay, so setSock opt -1, this is not the existing socket, and yeah, I need to check the documentation to see what is supposed to happen if you call it with an existing socket. And let's see if we have a link to the Apple man pages. So we do have it here, and the thing is what it will be more accurate to search it here. setSock opt. And what we have here, so I'm interested in the error messages. Yeah, bad off. The argument socket is not a valid final descriptor. Yeah, we should set this error and we should return -1. So let me see if we already specify this somewhere. Yeah, we already specify this and we already have the proper error. Error stands for error number. And basically I need to fix this line of the code. I already have a kind of stubbish implementation here. The only thing what I need to do is to set the proper error, which should be of the type bad f. So it should be something like this. We can remove that. We can run our linter. Yeah. Yeah, I think I can commit all of those fixes, push them to the GitHub, and probably this will be it for today's stream. But for the next time we can probably play and test the part 2 of Amerzone. Let me see. So if I remove this and if I relaunch again, it should not crash now. And yeah, well, let me see if I removed it properly. So continue game is not available, this is expected. Load game is empty, and then I can start a new game. Well, let's skip this part. But yeah, it seems to work. By default, by the way, this game uses the, well, not inverted, but I like to inverse the controls. It seems more natural. Do you find Resident Evil generation fun? Well, I'm not really the one who made this game, well, who spent the time to prepare the pull request. It was Alboraggio / Berengenia, and yeah, I only played it a little bit just for the testing purposes, but yeah, not really, have not really played that much. I played Resident Evil 4 mobile version and I couldn't really stand the controls. I think they're really horrible. Like, I wasn't able to finish even the first level. Yeah, true. iOS games were insane. Without those the loot boxes or microtransactions, it was a golden era of a mobile gaming. Okay, so I think we are good for this one. So I'm gonna commit it as well. And I'm gonna say something like handle unknown fd unknown socket in what was the function in set sock popped. Okay. The one thing what I want to test is how the application will behave if I specify the network, because we have some limited support for some local multiplayers of Asphalt 4 and Nova. So we have an option called allow network access, and if I run it, I assume it will crash on some unimplemented functions, but I don't think I will gonna fix it because in any way the game is not required to have an internet access. Yeah, as you can see, it's crashing this option name which we don't really support in the socket library. So what is the error number? Option name, reuse address or broadcast. Yeah, so I was saying what it was crashing here, and yeah, I don't think I'm gonna fix it for now. Like, the game does work without the internet access, so it's not really needed. Yeah, seems to work. So let me I gonna to commit it. Okay, so I think now if I go to the GitHub of our repository, it should be already taken into the account. Well, it usually takes some time to synchronize the comments between the Gerrit and yeah. So I think in about 10 to 15 minutes you should have access to the preview build, and you can try Amerzone part 1 version 1.0 for yourself. But I think this is kind of conclude the stream for today. So let me gonna post it in the chat. I think we're gonna wrap up here for the moment. I don't know if you have any last question, any last thought. I'm happy to answer. But yeah, we have support for this new game called Amerzone, and it seems to be pretty fun to play. So not a lot of the content, the first part can be finished in less than 2 hours, I guess, but it was somewhat challenging to get it working, and I still need to implement some kind of hacks and steps in order to account for everything. And I'm repeating myself, but this is the first universal application that we are supporting. So it's available in both iPhone and iPad device family. I have a channel name CC++. Well, this is kind of funny, and I hope this is a funny and silly pun on the C++ programming language. That's it. There is no like very deep reason, but yeah. I guess we can see if the credits are working. Let me just disable this audio and let me roll the credits. What is the Rustbug trace var even for? You mentioned that it crashed without it and crashed with it. It's only for showing bug trace, or how come it avoided the crash? Yeah, this is only for showing the bug trace. It's not really for avoiding the crash. And by the way, this is a Casterman game. It means, I don't know if you are familiar, but Casterman is really prolific comics publisher in France. But yeah, I think this is really a nice conclusion to the stream with this sad music, but we shall not be sad. Okay, and and it doesn't even crash on the credits, so this is perfect. Oh, seems the music options doesn't work, but whatever. Okay, so it was Amerzone part 1. It's currently the preview build is building, so you should have access in about 10 minutes. Okay, thank you very much everyone, and see you around next time.